Welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey, Saturdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, broadcasting live from Detroit and stretching to the heart of Central Texas, here on WCHB 1200 and 99.9 FM with co-host Longhorn. Straight sports talk, no professionals here. Live call-in number 313-568-1200. And now, here's your host that never gets it right but is never wrong, Will Sims.
He knows he's ready to fire on the first one. Bases loaded. Young swings, line drive. That is down and to the wall. Cruises in. Pierces in. Party around third. He's going to try to score. And safe. The Orioles have the lead.
There it is, people. There it is. You heard it right there, Delman Young. Delman Young. He killed you guys yesterday. Detroit Tigers. First of all, let me say congratulations for winning 4 straight Central titles for the Detroit Tigers, you know. So, even though it look like about to end tomorrow night. But anyway, welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey. Live call-in number 313-568-1200. We have L. Beasley. We have the Longhorn in D.C. What's happening?
What up?
Longhorn, you there? Longhorn, are you there? All right, well, check this out. What we going to do, we're going to talk about what's going on up in Michigan today, the concussion, D.C., what happened to the quarterback. You know, we're going to get off into that. I want to know, would parents out there let their kids play football due to the concussions that's going on out there? You can call in, let me know. Would you let your kid, you know, play football knowing that all of this is going on with the concussions, safety issues? Feel free to call in. Longhorn, you there?
I'm here, brother. What's up, Detroit?
All right.
Beasley, D.C.
What up?
Let's get it popping prime time. Detroit Sports Jersey.
All right, Longhorn. Like I said, I'm going to let the people call in, give their opinion if they want their kids, you know, how do they feel about their kids playing, you know, football with the concussions and things that's going on. You know what happened up in Michigan last week? Brady Hoke. Come on, L. Beasley. I know it was a disaster. Media, just a disaster.
I mean, I think what made it the worst disaster was we all knew Brady was going to come in and beat Brady. That wasn't the problem. The problem was he said his piece on Monday, and then Dave Brandon released a statement that pretty much contradicted the other, which made you wonder, did y'all have a conversation? Did y'all communicate at all? And what are you exactly trying to pull off? Because he's saying one thing in the press conference, then 2 hours later, after we know you have the notes and the audio from the press conference, you are saying something totally different about Shane, how you guys handled it, and it looks like they're not communicating, and it just makes the athletic department as a whole look incompetent.
He don't communicate with nobody. He don't wear no headset. Maybe if he was wearing a headset, somebody could have told him, hey, my man, he's staggering like he's drunk out there. Get him out.
But they said the defensive coordinator came and told him like he was hurt. They told him call the time out.
There's, you know, in football, there's 2 types of things that the coach used to tell us when we played football. When we got there, he would say, "Oh, you hurt?"
Longhorn, your phone is acting up. You need to do something with that.
Okay, I'm going to break him up.
Oh, yeah, you sound like, okay, I'm going to keep that to myself. But anyway.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah. But much better. What was you, hiding, running? What was you doing? Longhorn?
Hear me?
Okay, Longhorn, we don't have time to be fixing your mic all through the show.
No, you hear me now, right?
Yeah.
All right. Pretty good, mighty fine. So once again, I was going to say there's 2 type of questions that the coach used to ask me when I played football and I got hit. One was, are you hurt or are you injured? And I would say, well, what's the difference? Well, if you're injured, I can take you out. If you're hurt, we'll take you out, but we're going to put you back in. You know, the coach, everybody on national TV, even people from the planet Mars, saw the quarterback staggering. So if you're the coach and you look at your player staggering, why are you going to put him back in the game? You got other quarterbacks. I just don't understand the decision that he made. That's probably why he's getting ready pack his bags and get on up out of there soon.
But Shane didn't even want to come out the game after he got hit.
Yeah, you know
don't
why?
no player
Because
want to
he's
come out the
probably
game.
I mean, don't no player want to come out the
he didn't know he
game,
got
yeah.
hit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But Brady Holt didn't even want to call the timeout because, Shane told him he didn't want to come out the game. So,
If they was winning, L. Beasley, would this be a topic?
Yeah. It's just worse. It's just worse because, the hit was
It magnifies it.
It's just the hit. With everything that's going on with football right now, because you got to remember, a lot of people put football in the same category, whether it's high school, whether it's college, whether it's pro. And when you're looking at the NFL right now going through all their issues, they just had a concussion. Well, not just had, they still have it. But in the terms of the media, they just had a big spectacle these last few years. And now they're seeing it on the college level. I think it would have been made a big deal about it, especially here. I think it's more of a national story because of who it is, of the school that it is, and then of course, like you said, because they're struggling. But yeah, I think it would still be a big story here because Shane, like we said, the hit was horrific. Shane was clearly staggering, and then on top of that, the statements made by both Dave Brandon and Brady Holt made it worse. That's what made it the big deal. Like we said, if they had came out here and they had said what we needed to hear and at least seemed like they're on the same page, we would have been fine. But we didn't get that. So,
and not only that, if they were winning, it would have been worse because it would have been like, you're winning, so why is you still in the game?
43-38 since Lloyd Carr left. Huh?
Yep. Hey, they need some help, don't they? Need to come down here and get some of this Texas football.
Who would you like to see coach L. Beasley? If you had a choice to bring in a coach, who would you like to see them bring in?
If he was interested in coming back, Harbaugh.
He's not killing. Matter of fact,
if he was interested, but you asked me who, so that's it. If he was interested to come back, that would be my choice for Michigan because I know he would do well with the program.
Let me kill that rumor right now. It's not happening.
It's not even a rumor.
Harbaugh too.
Oh yes, that's what they want.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not a rumor. We know that they want Harbaugh, so it's not really a rumor.
Wrong word, I chose.
Oh, okay, it's not really a rumor.
Well, let me just kill that period.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
speaking of
rumor, they don't rumor.
Well, I'm like Deion Sanders.
I want the 49er coach to leave because he's a 49er fan. So he don't want that coach to go nowhere.
According to Deion Sanders, they want him out of the.
Well, no, I think San Fran wants him out. I just don't think.
Why?
They own selfish reasons. I ain't in there.
Okay, let me give you some selfish reasons. Hold on right here. I'm going to give you some selfish reasons in 1 second here.
They want him out because
2007 to 2000.
They don't want to play for him anymore.
2007 to 2010, before they hired him in San Francisco, they was 26-38. No postseason whatsoever. And I know Frank Gore shouldn't be the one leading the camp on this. Because he been there through all of that. Since he been there, when he got hired in 2011, they are 43-16-1 with a 5-3 postseason record. So why would you want him to go anywhere?
Because we all know when situations aren't the best, the coach is the first to go. They're looking at it at this point. You came in here, you did great. We were impressed, but it's the same thing I've said about Michigan State for years on the basketball side of it with Tom Izzo. I love you. You're one of my favorite coaches of all time, and you do a great job with these guys. But you can take them to as many Final Fours as you want, but you have only come back with one in the last 15 years. So it's the same thing kind of, and not to say that he's been there for 10 years. I think that's just their process. And even though, like you said, Frank Gore should not be at the top of that list probably complaining about anything because you've been there. But at the same time, we know how these players are. This is a different generation of guys in the NFL. They're quick to complain, especially with a hard-nosed guy like Harbaugh. And I think this is also an excuse for them to kind of say, as far as management, well, you know what? You haven't really gotten us anywhere. You got us there with Alex Smith. You said, well, he's not the guy who can get us there. Kaepernick is. You still haven't seen a ring. I think it's just getting to that point. What excuses do you have if you're John Harbaugh? Now, I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm saying this is more so you're asking me what they're thinking on top of what guys are saying on the team. Hey, man, we don't like him or we sick of him or whatever. And then on top of that, the fact that you have not brought any rings here.
He got him there.
He got him there.
But getting them there one time and not winning anything, and it's especially when you're bringing the same consistent team.
I can't coach and play.
No, we not telling. But see what I'm saying is they don't think like you. So don't get mad at me for telling you what you asked. I'm telling you, they don't think like like us. I'm with you. Like, well, it's only been 3 years. I love what he's done in the 3 to 4 years he's been there. But at the same time, they're looking at it as, well, you did way better than we expected already, which we like.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, that comes with higher expectations. Just like we said, when you create that monster, now you got to control it. San Fran has been the top team for now at least the last 3 years. We look at them, we say, okay, you know what? Y'all a Super Bowl contender. Yet, what is your excuse for not getting there? We don't think it's hardball. But they looking at it and saying, well, you know what? We'll blame it on you. It's no different in radio. If a show's not doing well, who's the first to go? More likely the producer, because they're not going to blame it on the talent. They're going to blame it on the producer. You must not be doing something right. It's not them. It's you.
But you know what, L. Beasley? I remember a time when old Hope out there in Michigan was Will's favorite coach.
You don't remember nothing like that, brother.
Oh, you remember?
No, you don't never remember nothing like that.
Is this when Brady was an assistant coach?
Right, when he was assistant coach or head coach?
Let me give you some fuzzy numbers.
Because this can't be head coach.
Let me give you some fuzzy numbers.
Here we go with the fuzzy numbers. Here we go with the fuzzy numbers.
Here we go with some fuzzy numbers again. Lloyd Carr was there from 95 to 2007. Got you a national championship. Okay?
After that,
they went downhill. They brought in Rich Rod. That didn't work out.
Well, I'll let you go ahead and we'll come back
go
to
ahead. Go ahead. Speak on the Rich Rod. Go ahead. That was your favorite coach?
No. Oh, heck no. No. I almost cut on air. No.
Rich Rod wasn't nobody's favorite head coach when he was at Michigan. So
I think, and that was part of the problem. Rich Rod came into a situation where, at least not necessarily fan perspective, well, even though majority of them didn't want him either, nobody wanted Rich Rod here, which was the problem. Like I always said, if you gave him the money that you given Brady to go out here and go get defensive coordinators and offensive coordinators for, paying them $1 million salaries, you gave him the chance to come in here and really recruit and give him the opportunity to do what he needed to do and give him the support. Rich could have done some nice things with this program. I'm not saying that they would have been national championship level under Rich, but he could have at least brought this Michigan program to at least a consistent Big Ten level where I think they could have competed with guys like Michigan State or Ohio State and not necessarily be at the bottom of the barrel. Rich got a horrible deal. And like I said, I was not no huge fan of Rich, and I'm still not to a point where I'm like, oh yeah, Rich is my favorite coach. But I can say he never got a fair deal here. And I don't think that's right.
They gave him 4 years.
No, it's not about the time. When you don't have the support, like I said, you got to remember how Michigan is. You see how quickly the athletic department is to switch on you and be your best friend one moment. You can't come in for 4 years and just say, oh, he was there for 4 years. But what did he get win those 4 years? Did he get money to go get Doug Nesmeyer $1 million? Those guys got $1 million contracts. Did he get a chance to go across the country and recruit? No. Nope. They kept his butt limited. So like I said, don't tell me, oh, he had 4 years. 4 years? Yeah, he had it. But did he have the time and did he have the connections and the help that Brady Hoke is getting and still not doing anything with it?
Speaking of money, why are they paying Brady Hoke like he's Nick Saban? He's getting $4 million a year. I know Nick getting more now, but I'm just saying.
And they give him the money, they give him the check.
He came from San Diego State. That wasn't worth no $4 million.
Get rid of the guy. They're going to have to buy his contract out.
Because Brady knew how to play the system. Michigan is stuck on that Michigan man mentality, and that is forever the problem.
Even though Bo Schembechler was from Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're stuck.
But see, he came up with that, though. He came up with the Michigan man.
And I'm cool with having
symbol.
a Michigan man mentality. It's no different than anything else. The league is changing. College football is changing. You have to change, too. As I was saying, even if you ask me, even though we know he's not coming, that's why, in a way, hardball is a good fit.
You know that Michigan thing, they took that out of content and took it and ran with it because he only said that, if I might be wrong, but I only remember Bo saying that one time when Bill Frieda left when they was going for the title and he accepted the job at what was he coaching at? It slips me, but anyway, he said he just want a Michigan man coaching Michigan. So I think they done took that and ran with it.
And that's just Bo's not in charge. Bo's not even alive. So I'm not blaming this on him. I'm blaming this on the athletic department who continues to stand by this. Like I said, I'm all for getting a Michigan man in the sense of you understand the pride and the passion of Michigan. You understand that this is a great program, that the fans can be your friend one moment and turn on you the next. As long as you get that in the sense and you're willing to keep this great history going, that's the Michigan man that you need. But getting that Michigan man, he has to be the guy who wants to power run the ball. He got to want this type of guy. He's got to be about that. That's not what you need. You got to elevate just like everybody else. Most importantly, you need to get people who can recruit and who can develop recruits. Because let's be real, that's another problem with Brady Hoke. Who's really gotten better under his coaching the last 4 years? The only two I can name is Devin Funches and Jake Butt. That's it. Those are the only two.
True that.
And that's really the problem. Everybody keeps saying, well, he's not really recruiting. He's recruiting good guys. Now, are some of those recruits overrated? Absolutely, because that's somebody who covers recruiting. I don't always agree with the 4-star, 5-star rankings. But we all know that it's all about the developing that you get at college. You can be a 5-star recruit, you can be a 2-star recruit, but Brady's not developing these guys, and that's part of the problem, along with the image that he's giving these guys. Like Desmond Howard said, we walked on that field, he said the only guy I honestly felt who wanted to be great, who wants to compete, is Jabril Peppers. That's sad.
Wow.
That's not Michigan men mentality.
Roster.
Michigan men didn't matter what we were doing. Michigan guys always wanted to be the best. And that's the problem. And when guys like Desmond Howard, who we know can be unbiased when it comes to Michigan, but at the same time show his love and appreciation for his school, is coming out and saying this, that says a lot. This isn't Michael Taylor, what some people consider to be, the quarterback from the 80s. He don't know what he's talking about. This is Desmond Howard, who pretty much everybody respects. And he's saying something is wrong. I'm not saying Brady needs to be fired. That's not my job description. But this is not Michigan football.
Oh, Brandon, the AD, said he's not going nowhere.
If they're smart, they fire Brandon now.
Brandon said he's not going to resign, and he's not going to fire Hulk Hogan.
Well, like I said, if I'm Michigan right now, me personally, this is the time to fire the AD now. And the reason I say that, if you want to get rid of him, if they're thinking, you know what, he's not the answer anymore, this is the time to do it, because you can bring in your new AD now. Because the only problem is if you wait till the end of the season, the new AD may come in thinking, I have to give Brady one more year to show me what he can do. And I'm not necessarily a big fan of that. My thing is, if you fire David Brandon now you can bring in that new AD. He can tell Brady, okay, Brady, you want to stay here? You say you the guy for the job? You got 7 more games. Show me.
But you know those ADs, they're quick to throw a head coach under the bus in a minute.
Oh, yeah,
they'll
absolutely.
say right out the back, I'm not on the field. I'm not the one calling the plays. So it's not my fault if the guy's not producing what we hired him to do. So it's his fault. Go ahead and get him the walking papers. We'll see about buying his contract out. But like you said, he's not moving because in his mentality, it's not my fault. So I can understand why he doesn't want to go anyplace.
All right, check this out. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to tell you if you got a high school senior, if you know of a high school senior that can use a $300 scholarship to go to college next year. We're about to tell you how to go to DetroitSportsJersey.com. When we come back, we're going to talk about we're going to get back on this concussion thing and, talk about the Lions. They got, it's a big, matter of fact, tomorrow's a big day in Detroit. Lions and Tigers, 1 p.m. Lions, 3:45 the Tigers. It's going to be popping downtown Detroit tomorrow, all right? We're going to take a quick commercial break. Listen up if you want to get $300.
Listen up, parents and all high school seniors. Detroit Sports Jersey is giving away a $300 scholarship. And all you have to do is write an essay explaining why you should win. Send your 1,000-word essay to info@DetroitSportsJersey.com. Essays will be accepted from October 1st, 2014 through April 1st, 2015. Apply for the Detroit Sports Jersey Scholarship today. Winners will be announced Saturday, April 18th, 2015. Good luck, high school seniors.
Here tonight, 2 coaches have been suspended after video showed them teaching little kids how to play the game in a way that is even too rough for the pros. It's part of Friday Night Tykes, and the players are as young as 8 years old. Here's ABC's David Wright.
It's called Friday Night Tykes.
I don't care how much pain you're in, you don't quit!
A pee-wee football TV show that's as rough as the game can be. One coach using locker room language to push his 8-year-old players. Another pushing the players to do things even the NFL has banned.
If that kid comes across, I want you to put it in his helmet. Do you understand? I don't care if you don't get up. Let's go.
Aggressive coaches are controversial.
All right. There it is. Once again, would you let your kid play football in this day and era when a whole lot of concussions are going on? As a matter of fact, 76 of the 79 deceased NFL football players have died due to brain injuries. So once again, call in 313-568-1200. Longhorn.
Yes.
Would you let your kid
answer
play?
The question is yes. I will let my kid play football. Even though there's a lot of concussions, my thing is there needs to be some type of test before a person starts playing football. They can run a scan on their brain to see what the how their brain looks now, and then in not preseason, but in the middle of the season, take another test to see how their brain looks in the middle of the season, so they can track if a person's brain is being damaged from head blows. But the thing happens is they wait to the end instead of being proactive. It's more reactive on the injury. Like back in the day, we used to see a lot of players wear those neck braces because people were getting neck injuries, getting paralyzed on the field. But when was the last time you seen someone wear a neck brace? I can't remember the last time I've seen that. But yes, if I had a child and he wanted to play football, I would go out there and see if I can get the best training for him to play football. Talk to him about do not lead with your head, things of that nature. Because football is fun. Bottom line.
How about you, L. Beasley? Would you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think you take the risk in, obviously, and you factor it in. But I think you let them play. I mean, at the same time, it's kind of back to what Longhorn said. The main reason we see so many head injuries is because guys are not learning how to tackle properly in the first place. I mean, I'm all for a good hard hit, but I've said this many times before. If you want to hear some skulls crack, play Madden. You can hear it all day long. Play NCAA football. When I want to hear a skull crack, all I do is go get my favorite defense, and I just go ram into everybody so I can go hear the helmet crack. You want to hear a helmet crack?
Like the 49ers running into the Lions and everything, yeah.
How about you, DC? Would you let your kid play?
Yeah, of course I would. But like LBG said, most coaches don't teach their players how to tackle. If you teach your players how to tackle, then most of these players would not have concussions like they do now.
Hey, LB, let me jump over here to the Lions real fast.
Okay.
Was you in there when Sue slammed that door?
Yes. Yes.
Sue's out of here. Sue's out of here.
Well, the thing about Sue,
you just want him to be out there. That's what it is.
I love Sue.
You just want him to be out of Detroit.
And I have an issue with both sides. I'm part of media, and I'm not going to sit here in front. I love to get the scoop. I love to get the information. But at a certain point, I get sick of the media myself, because if they come in, I was already prepared for them to ask the question. And I think Sue was prepared. But it was kind of in a sense like with Cam. Just say, he said he didn't want to talk about it, leave it alone. Instead, most of the reporters tried to rephrase it, tried to ask something different. Then I think what really honestly pissed him off was the New York Post article that they brought up that said, basically Sue hurried up and got the locker room, didn't shower, and just went because he didn't want to deal with the press.
Exactly.
And Sue's whole thing is, first off, y'all cover me all day. Y'all know I am never in the locker room at the end and that is very true. Unless they bring Sue to the podium, Sue showers, he gets his stuff, and he goes because he doesn't want to talk to the media. And him, Stafford, and Calvin, they're not responsible for doing that. Their whole thing is if they bring us to the podium, we got you. But they don't have to necessarily stay in there and do that. And I think that frustrated them. But on the same sense, if I'm Sue, you got to find a way to have fun with these reporters. That's one thing I love about Jim Caldwell. I'm not going to say but media irritates him like crazy with just dumb questions. And I can't stand that. But Jim finds it, in a sense, he finds it funny. He's like, you guys are a persistent bunch. I normally am scared the media by now, But Sue is more like, I like how Cam had fun with it. Even though he made a point of saying Donkey Kong Sue, he had fun with it. He wasn't going to let the reporters get under his skin.
Exactly.
He like, and that's what Sue has to get. Because my thing is, Sue, you a vet. You no longer a rookie, man.
Exactly.
You know what to expect.
Exactly. Don't take it too seriously. Longhorn, they talking about Sue coming down there to Dallas.
Hey, bring them on down here to Dallas. We got all
Chicago Bears, New York.
Blind, crippling, crazy, 8-8. He can bring his MMA style and his UFC style of playing football down here. Giving people elbows and stomping on people's faces. Hey, bring them on down here. Jerry Jones, he'll love to have him. So, and think about it. The colors of the uniform is not that different anyway. So bring them all down to Dallas. We'll take it.
It's a different color of blue.
It's a different color of blue.
I want him in
Honolulu, the dark navy blue now.
Different color blue, but it's still blue. So bring them on down here. We'll take him.
Yeah. So he slammed the door. I mean, I didn't have.
I told Will a long time ago that Sue was
in the building shape.
Going to be part of the Lions team. But somebody told me that no, Sue ain't going nowhere.
Well, I mean,
Hey, that's what Will told me. Ain't that right, DC?
Yeah, that's what Will said.
Well, with me, with Sue, honestly, I don't think Sue's made any decisions, and I think that's part of the problem, and I think that's what he's kind of getting frustrated. I think he's kind of determining a lot about what happens this season, and I think the growth. Because I honestly do think Sue wants money, but I also think he wants a ring. So I think he's determining a lot about what he wants, and he's figuring that out now. And there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're not publicly going out, like I said, it is so funny how the media is, because one moment media will ask you all these questions to get you to say something, but if Sue was out in the open saying, yeah, I would love to play in New York, then we were crucifying for that, because our thing would be, why are you talking about New York? You're on the Lions right now. Shouldn't you be focused on us? And that's what I said. You can't win for losing. It's just one of those situations. So I don't think Sue necessarily has made a decision about anything. I think he likes the Lions, and I think he even likes what he's seeing from the Lions and working with Caldwell and Terrell Austin and these guys. But I think at the same time, we know Sue wants money. And I think he wants a ring. One of those decisions got to go.
Down here to Dallas. Jerry Jones got it all.
Exactly. And if he wants money, he'll choose you or another team. And if he wants a ring, he may still leave Detroit and go somewhere. It just depends on what wins out. Like I always say, it comes down to what Sue wants and what he's willing to sacrifice. You can't get both.
Now, according to the reports, it's not so much for the rings he after. It's all about him marketing his name. Mm-hmm. So, because I can't stand for nothing in the world what he's seeing going to the Jets.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, he wants money. But I wouldn't go to the Jets for that.
And that's okay. And if you want money, like I said, I'm always cool with that. A player makes his own decision. My thing is, let's say he ended up with the Jets, I don't ever want to hear you complain about a ring then.
True that.
I said the same thing about Joe Johnson when he was in Atlanta. I said all this crap about Atlanta. Oh, I can't stand Atlanta. I want to get the heck out of here. Many there $100 million. Oh, Atlanta's the best place in the world, man. I love it, man. I love the food. I love the city. And I said, I ain't mad at you. You want your $100 million, but don't ever let me hear you complain about a ring, because you kept saying you wanted a ring. You couldn't stay here. You knew you couldn't succeed in the way that you needed to. But the minute you heard them $100 million, not mad at you, but you changed your mind. So don't let me hear you complain.
Good, huh?
Sue has a decision to make.
What about him going to the Niners?
I would love it. I would love it. I would get up out of this city so fast, pack my bag.
I was afraid of him and Harbaugh being on the same team.
That's a match made in heaven.
Oh, Lord, that's a scary thought.
That's a match made in heaven.
That's a scary
I don't think Detroit fans want to see that.
Harbaugh say, just go out there and do what you do best.
And to answer your question, Will, no, he didn't break the door. But the way the doors are set up at Allen Park, they're pretty sturdy anyway, because, like lockdown facility. But trust me, if that had been like your average door, kind of how our radio door is, airlock stuff like that, it won't break. But if this had been like your average door at somebody's house, I think that door would have broke.
313-568-1200. Who's winning the game? L. Beasley, you was there with him. Buffalo Shorts coming back to town. I mean, is that a big deal? No deal?
They're not taking it as a big deal. As Schwartz said, in Buffalo, he's not taking it as a big deal. I think the Lions can pull this out.
Is this the Schwartz Bowl?
Is this the Schwartz Bowl? It is the Schwartz Bowl. It is the Schwartz Bowl. But it's the Kyle Orton Bowl, because this is really what I want to see. I mean, that was kind of the question coming in.
Man.
I really want to see how they're going to compete against him.
Where did they dig him up from? Kyle Orton, I didn't know he was still in the NFL.
See, that's the type of stuff you don't admit on the air. Because why don't you know this man is still in the NFL?
What he play?
Who knew he was in the NFL but Kyle? Y'all raising y'all serious.
Because I remember when the Bills went to go get him specifically because everybody was like you, like, why did you go get Kyle? And he was like, we need a veteran guy. I can't believe, you might want to disregard that statement.
No, I'm sticking by you. You might as well went and got Jim McMahon. I mean, if you're getting Kyle.
I mean, you could have. Can't get mad at that. I mean, but no, with Kyle, I'm just really.
You might go get Mike Dicker.
Oh, man.
Hey, he'll take it.
Yeah, he'll take it.
But with Kyle, as far as him playing against the Lions, he's been 4-0 against us in his career when he's played against us. And even though those were different Lion teams back then, I want to see how they're going to adjust to him, because this is a veteran guy. We know EJ has struggled with accuracy and getting the flow to the offense. So I'm really just interested to see how they're going to play Kyle. But no, I think this can be another good, tough win at home for the Lions. Bills defense is no different than the Lions. Got a good front seven, especially at front four with Kyle Williams, Mario Williams, Marcel Darius, so this is definitely a great front line that's going to challenge the Lions. But the main thing is just seeing how the injuries affect them. Joy Bell is not playing in this game, so George Wynn, the Detroit native, UAD Jesuit product, he's been brought up. Calvin is questionable because he's still suffering from that ankle injury. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do in this game. But I still think the Lions can win it in a tough one at home.
Yeah, so you picking the Lions?
Yeah.
And go back to this Kyle Orton. When has he been relevant since he left with the Bears? When has he's been relevant?
I mean,
we know that he's still in the league.
I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying
his mama.
I'm saying as a connoisseur of the NFL, I would like to think the dude who's hosting the show knows who's in the league and who's out.
Well, people that's relevant, I do.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
like you said, relevance, not since.
I'm sorry, I don't know the third string quarterback is still in the NFL. I'm sorry.
I'm not.
I was like, he was a second string last year. Last year he was a second string.
Like I said,
you
you talking relevance? He hasn't been relevant since 2011 with Denver.
Oh, he about to get relevant Sunday.
But if you're saying in the NFL, he's been in the NFL, for some time now. Like I said, after Denver, he's with Kansas. And then I'm like, I was saying, he was with one more team before he came to the Buffalo Bills. But he's still in the league. He just has been a backup, and the teams that he's been on don't typically need him to play.
When he was Cleveland last year?
He's with Dallas last year.
He was with Dallas last year? Okay.
He was with Dallas last year as a third stringer, I think.
You shocked that I don't know that he's still in the league. Guy ain't played since 2002.
I expect that from the average fan, but of an NFL connoisseur like yourself, I just thought you would know that.
I'm not going down everybody's roster.
I ain't saying go down the roster, bruh.
To see if Kyle Orton is still in the league.
It's only 3 quarterbacks on the depth chart. Good God. It ain't like it's the wide receivers issue where you got maybe 6, 8, like you get tired after 3. You only got normally 2 or 3 quarterbacks on the roster. Not to mention you normally see him by the coach.
Back in the day roster to find him. That's what you got to go back.
Oh, my God. I'm just cracking up at that one.
You know what I'm going to do, LB?
What you going to do?
I'm going to go home and put on the Madden and see if he's in there.
Oh, wow. Wow.
He should be. He's second string. He might make the cut.
Yeah, you might find him on that Madden.
He might make the cut. He might make the cut.
He'll be on that Madden, but on that old Madden.
He'll make the cut. As long as you updated your roster, he'll make the cut. Yeah, you be good. You'll be good.
Let's give our picks real fast. Beasley, Lions. You picking the Lions? What about Michigan and Rutgers? Who you got?
Rutgers.
What about Michigan State and Nebraska?
Close one, but I think State pulls it out.
Michigan State. All right, Longhorn, Lions, and Buffalo. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Lions, and I'm gonna go with the Baylor against the Longhorns.
And
I know
Michigan,
you didn't bring them up, but they're playing today.
Michigan and Rutgers. Who you got?
Michigan.
Michigan State and Nebraska. Who do you got?
Nebraska.
Oh, matter of fact, let me throw a bone at you about Houston and Dallas, the battle of Texas today. Who you take? Tomorrow. Who you got?
That's a scary thought.
I'm going with Texans.
Oh, look at the Longhorn going out on a limb. What about you, DC? Give me your picks. The Lions.
Lions. I'm gonna go Michigan and close game, like LB said. I'm gonna go with State.
Michigan State. These Thursday night games suck. Do y'all agree?
Yes.
I just don't agree. I just don't like Thursday because it throws off the entire week for so many guys, and they have to still play.
It's 29 points blowouts every week. It sucks.
They may take it away.
Wow.
They may.
You think they're going to start juggling the schedule like they do at the end of the year? As far as putting games on TV, because these games sucks on Thursday.
I really think they just need to figure out a way, because like I said, I just don't like it because the guys are not getting adequate time necessarily. I like to think that they can prepare, and then on top of that, to get healthy. Like we said, it's just too close to the week. Like we said, Monday night works a little bit better, and that's why a lot of people would say if the Lions, if the NFL is going to do anything, they really need to move it more so to like some Saturday stuff. If they wanted to do a Saturday,
they should just keep it for like the playoffs,
because it adds to that. It's just and I'm not, and of course NFL's not going to do anything unless they can make money off it. As long as they're making money off Thursday night football, they're going to continue it. But if they can figure out a better way to make some more money, but they have to find a way to compete with college football. Because let's be honest, that's already a competition within itself, depending on the certain games that you got going on. So unless they can figure out a way to really make some money off Saturday, they're not going to do it. Unfortunately, until they can figure out ways to make some money.
Speaking of the NFL, let me give them a shout out for lifting that blackout ban. Man, that was one stupid rule right there. It really was. It was stupid. So now, if the Lions don't sell out, Cowboys don't sell out, you can still watch them, on your TV.
Yeah, but who would? Who want to watch them? But that's the point.
Okay, long.
Okay, well, good Lord, Dad.
Just throw them under the bus.
Okay.
Did you just pick them to win?
Right. We want to watch them anyway. Oh, dang. Somebody do. Some kid with a dream.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
You said somebody with a dream.
Somebody with a dream.
Some kid with a dream want to watch. You know, they don't understand the game.
You know, Detroit Lions fans, they want to watch their Lions play. You know,
somebody go watch it. I mean, we gonna watch it for now because we want to see if they gonna keep it up.
LBZ calling you a dream killer.
I'm just pulling legs. I'm just pulling legs on that. I know people want to
Hey,
watch it.
Longhorn, your new name is Dream Killer.
Oh man,
I ain't killing little kids' dreams.
Dream
They Lions jerseys on. They done took them off, folded them back up.
man.
like I'm taking my jersey back to the store, get my money back.
I'm picking Lions, Rutgers, and Nebraska. They're my picks.
Nice.
There we go, right
Nice.
there. Oh yeah, by the way, Tigers. I don't know.
Man, it's over. Man, it's over.
I ain't gonna say it's over.
Nah,
till
it's over. It's over.
You saw? Is it over, LB?
I don't think it's over yet. I'm just not. I mean, I wasn't confident in this team going into the postseason. So, I mean, that hasn't changed now that they're actually in the postseason. I mean, like we said, the same issues still arise. You got a first-time manager who's never been in this situation. You got a horrible bullpen, and then your Cy Young winners or your former Cy Young winners are just not performing up to par like you expect them to. So, at this point, no, I'm not saying it's over yet because, I mean, we know the Tigers do like to make things interesting, but I'm not anticipating that they're just going to have some great success all of a sudden.
I think the Tigers got concussions.
Is that the Dream Killer?
Yeah, that's a dream killer.
I mean, I got a theory on why Verlander's not doing well, but I can't say it on air.
That name with Kate Upton.
Kate Upton.
You know,
No, that she not the she could be, but she's not the problem I'm thinking of. No.
Oh, okay.
No, I can't. I'm not gonna say it on air.
12-3.
I'm around them
Good
too
God
much.
Almighty.
What's that, Longhorn?
I said 12-3. Good God Almighty.
Score.
Go to score.
They're talking about the score.
That free piece if you get 9 scores up there.
Longhorn, that was 2 games ago.
Right.
I had to think about it
We on
myself. I'm
Sunday
like,
game now.
I had to think about it.
Yesterday game
Like,
was 7-6.
yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, when Delman Young stepped up to the plate, man, oh man, I knew he was about to do it.
You too happy.
Oh yeah, because they got rid of the wrong guy. He was the only one that carried them when they was in the World Series. The only one.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, tell them how you really feel.
Check it. Check the stats. Let me give you some fuzzy numbers. I'll give them to
I'm
you.
gonna ban that word like the NFL ban the blackout. You know what? Fuzzy.
Actually, you know what? The FCC about to ban the Redskin names on TV and radio, so we might not be able to say
that's
that.
right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
But the owner said he's not changing nothing.
I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with them keeping it, but I don't have a problem with them taking it away either because I can't understand how it can be to the Native Americans, how it can be somewhat, a little bit more irritating them saying, disrespectful. Like I said, if they keep it, I'm fine with it. But like I said, it doesn't necessarily affect me.
Oh yeah. Going back to you saying the owner said he's not going to change. Oh, he's going to change it because Congress, which I don't know why they get involved in sports.
The Congress can ban it to being used on the media.
No. What they about to do
Congress can't make him change the name of the team.
No, what they about to do is hit him in the pocket so they don't have that tax break no more. Oh, he's going to change it.
Okay. Yeah. When it comes to the tax break,
he's going to change it.
He'll change
I
it.
wouldn't even change it.
Like I said, I definitely get why it is. Like I said, because it doesn't affect me individually. I'm not, against the name, but at the same time, as somebody who has Native Americans in my family, and at the same time too, who also knows Native Americans who I know are offended by it, I'm all for it. Because I mean, if the roles were reversed and it was us, or it was somebody who's Chinese or Asian, or it was somebody who's Jewish, or whatever the case may be, we would feel the same way, or we would try to support them. So I mean, like I said, I understand what they're saying. It's a little bit more neglectful. It's a little bit more rude to us, and we like you to change it.
I'm glad you said that because I've never spoken to no Native American to get their opinion on it. So you say you have, and they really...
I have a Native American in my family who's, and
they don't like that?
He's a football fan, and he actually likes the Redskins and everything. Cause he's actually a fan of Kirk Cousins because he grew up a Michigan State fan. So he's very happy with well, not happy with the team because they suck right now, but he loves them as a team. He's just like, I understand. I don't necessarily like the fact that they're calling it Redskins because we don't like to look at ourselves as red-skinned people. We are Native Americans. Exactly. Now, if you want to call us mocha latte, whatever, that's your business. You want to call us caramel, you want to call us honey, that's our business. But we do not like the name Redskins. It seems a little offending the way that, even though some people may look at it as a sign of a warrior, the way that you have painted the face.
But then you got names like the Blackhawks, the Seminoles. What's next?
The Braves.
Yeah, I say the Braves.
The Braves be doing that chop.
You can say the Tigers. Lions,
Florida State
the
do too.
Bears.
Well, I mean, I think it's just a matter of things. I mean, we all know Washington changed theirs from the Bullets when all the crime was going on in Washington to help out and say, you know what, we're not going to represent ourselves. I don't think everything has to be the little thing. And like we said, we have to draw a line in society. Okay, Blackhawks, that could mean literally a black hawk. That doesn't have to necessarily mean all of a sudden we talking about you or we talking about that. It could mean no, literally a hawk that is black or a Black Hawk like the jet Black Hawk.
So you ain't talking about Black Hawk Jerome on Mac and B with
Right, that necessarily gotta be that. You know, I mean, even the Spartans. I mean, to be honest with you, Greeks could make a big issue about the Spartans. If they wanted to, because Spartans are part of their culture. I mean, but they don't. I think it's just you draw the line. Some things you look at, like I said, I get what the Native Americans are saying. You're calling us Redskins, so that's almost like calling us out of our name. And then on top of that, we don't necessarily like the image that you put out about us. Does it make us look like a warrior? Yeah, it can. But at the same time, you're making us look awfully red, and you're almost making us look like a type of warrior that necessarily we're not comfortable with. So we want you to change it, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like I said, as long as there's a line drawn, everything should not be changed just because a couple people are offended. But if enough people are offended, yeah.
Yeah, because the Redskins back in the old Western days meant savages too, so I don't understand why they were like.
Let's go to line one and see what the caller think. Caller, you on Detroit Sports Jersey? Are you
Caller,
there?
you on there?
Hey, Rigo!
Hello?
What? What?
Hey, my man, you can't be doing no deals on the air. Goodbye.
I don't know what that was. I'm like, what did he say? He said, wake up. We already. I thought he said, wake up. We already.
I thought he said, re-up.
Oh, I thought he said, wake up. And
I'm like, wake up.
And I'm like, I think you're the one who needs to wake up.
Right.
We're waking. Because I'm like, what is going on? Like, what?
You must have just turned over, just dial the phone and just dial the show.
All right, let's give it our final words. L. Beasley, oh yeah, by the way, go to WC.
Here we go.
WCHB NewsDetroit.com. Again, that's WCHB NewsDetroit.com. I think I just need to take over that part.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh no, you know what? You say your part, and then I'll just interject the website. So go ahead and say yours.
Follow L. Beasley at
WCHBNewsDetroit.com. That's a promo for y'all right there.
Yeah, because Will have him going to XYZ TV.
And a couple people already tweet me. What was that site Will said? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It wasn't the right one.
But anyway, go ahead, LB. Give your final words.
Final words, man. Just blessed, man. Like I said, going back and forth, man, covering these different teams from the Spartans to the Wolverines to the Pistons to the Lions, having fun, and had my debut on Rob Parker's show, Rob Parker's show Shop Talk. So,
I'll be looking at that. You was on there this week?
Yeah, I was on there. Yep. So I'm gonna be a permanent member of the show, doing some prep talk, doing some hip hop news and stuff. So you know.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you. So just blessed, man. Building up the brand and grinding, man. This is what we do, and. Please, Michigan lose so we can fire Dave Brandon. Please. I'm like, come on, man. I gotta get him out of there, or somebody gotta go. All right, that's my final words.
Okay, Longhorn.
All right, congratulations to L. Beasley, and shout out to everybody in Central Texas. Shout out to everybody in Detroit, and y'all have a great, wonderful weekend. Longhorn in the house.
All right, DC, talk to me.
Man, once again, congrats to Lauren L. Beasley. Man, you know, we just out here trying to make it work. So, you know, listen to us every Saturday, 3 p.m. We out.
Hey, check this out. Next Wednesday, this coming up Wednesday, down at Campus Marshall's, downtown Detroit, the Detroit Pistons will be down there from 11 to 1, if I'm not mistaken. It starts at 11 a.m. If you want to go down there and meet some Detroit Pistons players, the coach, they will be down there. Matter of fact, I'm going to go down there and check it out. You know, if I can find the time or whatever. But I will. No, seriously, I'm going down there. I'm going to go down there and check this out, you know. I want to holler at a couple of people, see if we can get LeBron here. I got psyched. All right, we up out of here till next Saturday. Longhorn, you there?
Oh, I'm here.
All right, Dan. All right, until next week, I'm Will, L. Beasley, DC, and the Longhorn. DetroitSportsJersey.com. See you next Saturday at 3 p.m. Thanks for listening.
Peace.
Thank you, listeners from Detroit to Central Texas, for joining us here live on Detroit Sports Jersey with your host Will Sims and co-host Longhorn every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on WCHB 1200 AM and 99.9 FM. Visit us at DetroitSportsJersey.com. Straight sports talk. No professionals here. Have a great weekend.